Good evening.
So Taysom said earlier that playing in preseason games is like managing chaos. Did it feel like that to you at all?
I wouldn't describe it as that. I think it was fun just to be out there and compete against another team. We saw the great things that we did, and we know the things we got to do to fix for us to be the team that we're capable of being.
James, can you walk us through the touchdown pass? Just what you saw, it looked like you looked off and found a little bit.
Great play call by Pete. Man, we ran it a little farther out than I was expecting, but just great timing. LJ got open on the back end. I think they had a pressure on us. They were in man-to-man coverage, and we got us a good one.
How'd that drive feel overall, just the rhythm you were in? And how
It felt good. I thought the tempo was great. Offensive line was blocking their tails off. Tony Jones was carrying the rock, so it felt good.
Just on the interception, can you tell us what happened there?
Has to be a better ball, and it will be.
You just felt a little underthrown, or like what would you do better?
I throw a better ball.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I will.
Jameis, are you familiar at this point with like a lot of the guys you're playing with? If you win the job, you're not playing with those guys. Are you familiar with?
Well, we need everybody,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's what the preseason is all about: getting people exposed to opportunities, right? So we need everybody on this roster right now. When they make the cuts, they make the cuts, right? But as of right now, everybody that's New Orleans Saints, we need them to be ready to execute and play football.
I guess what I was asking is, when you're trying to get into a rhythm with guys that maybe you haven't been lined up with this whole training camp, is that challenging at points in these preseason games? Or you just kind of have to just do what you have to do at that point?
We out there competing, playing football. Like, these guys have worked their whole life for that opportunity. I've worked my whole life. I was so happy to be back out there playing football, like with whoever, right? I feel like we did a good job executing for the most part, and we got room for improvement. That's a good thing.
James, I noticed you and Michael Thomas tossing the football back and forth. How did it feel to have him around? I mean, has it been a while since you've seen him?
Yeah, I communicate with them every now and then. I think anytime you get a chance to throw Mike T some balls, you feed him that rock, man, and that's what he does. Like, it was good for the team to see him and him be around. Like, it was exciting. Everyone embraced him. We were happy to have him with us.
Yeah, it probably had to feel a little bit like old times, like doing that again. You haven't done that since.
Well, I've never done it, right? I've never done it.
I'm trying to think of the timeline in my head. I mean,
Well, San Fran was the last time that I tossed him the rock.
well, on the sidelines, I don't know.
Yeah, I think when you have a leader like him, Ryan with us, and his presence is always felt. So it was great to see him, man. And man, I'm trying to toss him as many balls as I can, But it was excellent. That was the highlight of my night.
Not the touchdown pass?
Well, I've been there, done that, right?
Just thinking of future touchdown passes that you'll throw it
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you try to envision? Are you one of those people that really focuses on the moment, what's happening, or do you kind of look ahead or try not to do that?
Yeah, one of the things I try to take pride in is just staying present. I think it's so important to have great awareness of your teammates, have great awareness of the situation and the feeling of what's going on. But I think the job requires as a quarterback to be able to snap and clear and move on to the next play. I think Coach Sean Payton does an excellent job of preaching that. We have to be able to forget the past and move forward, and that's kind of what we're going to do with this game. But as when we're executing, I'm all in, man, because I cherish every opportunity that I get.
How do you feel the pass protections went with the offensive line?
Oh, they did an outstanding job. I think I got touched one time and I held the ball for probably 8 seconds. So they did an outstanding job. Baltimore threw a lot at us. They did a good job picking up pressures. And like I said, we got room for improvement, right? I have to get the ball out on time. As quarterbacks, we got to get the ball to the guys that actually make the plays, and it works all together.
What do you think of Tony Jones kind of taking over on this?
Oh, we see it all the time. He's a dynamic back. I think we have a great room of running backs Coach Joe does an outstanding job. Headed with Alvin Kamara and Latavius. Like, those guys do a great job as far as the leadership role. But I'm happy that Tony had the game that he had.
It's like his first time really playing in a game in college.
Well, he played in Carolina game for one play. We mess with him about that all the time. Kind of kindly, because he had got hurt on his first play in Carolina. But man, he works his tail off, and he was waiting for this opportunity. He did a good job showing up and showing out.
Jameis, did you have any impression of Tyler Huntley on Baltimore side in the second half? Did you see him play at all?
Yeah, man. It's always exciting to see a young quarterback out there getting exposure, man. When I glanced at him, I was like, man, he looked like Lamar. Like, I think they do some things very similar, but it's tough to find another Lamar Jackson. Like, he's dynamic as it gets. But he did a great job making decisions. He did a great job using his legs when he had to. He did a great job executing, man. All those young bucks, especially young black quarterbacks, like, I'm always supporting those guys and trying to motivate those guys to be better. So it was good to see him. I saw him play some last year, actually, I think, when Lamar was out. So, man, he did a great job.
Speaking of young quarterbacks, Ian got to play the entire second half. So what did you see from him?
Just his communication, like his execution. I think he did a great job. I think that was his first feel for it. So he's going to continue to get better. I think we all as a whole have to continue to get better, but you can tell, like, he is built for the moment. You can tell that he does some really great things well.
Thank you, Jameis.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, we're good.